Alright guys, as you can see, I'm in new clothes, new outfit here. It is a new day. Yesterday, Paul was here, aka Duramax Dad. Paul pretty much stopped by to pick up the CP3 I had out of my truck, which was a 10mm CP3 from Exigy, as well as a Danville 63.5mm turbo, which is a drop-in unit on these LML trucks. So it was something that, I don't need anymore. Of course, I now have a new complete setup. So those are things that he wanted. We made some trades for different things. As well as on his way down, I found a guy that had a beautiful toolbox, which you guys will see in the next video. I'll go over that and everything. It's on the floor over there in the boxes. So he was nice enough to stop by on his way down and pick all that up for me. So I didn't even have to leave the house. He showed up with that, as well as, of course, we made our trade and, of course, got to know each other and hang out a little bit. So as I mentioned, we did know each other from him having a truck that my buddy built, which was local to here. So it was real weird, but small world. So he's a super cool guy. Thanks for stopping by, Paul. It was a blast. You're not too far away, so I know we'll be hanging out more, so you guys will definitely see him more on the YouTube channel. What this video is about more today is going over the Daytona Crunch and what's next for the truck here before Daytona, and a couple things I'm gonna do to prep it, to get it ready for Daytona. There's not much I need to do, not much I want to do, but there are a couple things I'm gonna get done, that I'm gonna make sure are on the truck for Daytona. So I'm gonna turn you guys around here and show you what I have, so we can go over that. All right guys, so these are the boxes I have for the couple small things I'm gonna do to the truck before Daytona. Now, of course, besides detailing and getting the wheels polished and things like that, that's a definite that's gonna happen before I bring it to Daytona. There's a bunch of little nick stuff here and there I'm gonna get taken care of. As far as the front of the truck goes, I plan on popping the front grille out. There's a couple of pieces I want to get repainted in there. I have the front bumper here, which is mint except for right here. I don't know, who did it, but while my truck was gone, there were some scratches I got put in the bumper, which you can't really see. I'll try and show you guys here. The camera may not pick it up, but there's a little mark right here. We got some marks right here, which are hard to see, as well as some other marks up here. So, of course, nothing major, nothing that needs to be completely fixed, but I do have some paint that came off in the plastic here and here. Here and here. I definitely don't like to, take pictures from back here and everyone thinks the truck is perfect, and then lo and behold, people roll up to it in person and go, wow, it looks like trash. So I'll definitely get those things fixed. Of course, with the truck being driven, not just to shows, that is something I do drive for pleasure. Of course, with everything done under the hood. So I do take it on, little adventures to, going into town or even going out of town. I'll drive it there too. I have no problem driving this thing. But of course, the front of the truck's gonna get beat up from being on the road. So I'll get that fixed. That's the easy part. I do have other parts to get put on the truck right here. So I do have a box from Rolly Fab here that is a Cognito part, as well as a King Shocks. I did record a whole section last night, including everything as far as the tools and all these parts go, but really, I didn't like how it came out, so I'm pretty much going to split these up into 2 videos, so it's not 2 super long videos. So I'll make the whole toolbox and everything a complete separate video, so you guys can see what's in those boxes and of course what box it is. But for right now, I'm going to cut to the scene for the King Shocks, as well as the Cognito arms here, so you guys can see my true original first opening and reaction to these parts here. So I'm going to cut that in now, and I'll cut back to right here afterwards. Alright, so I'll just be placed here for the rest of the video. Of course, I will go over the rest of the stuff. Of course, I'm going to place that in another spot, of course higher so it's out of the way. But for right now, let's get it right there so it's in the shot of the video. So you guys can see we have some control arms that match my truck. And let's carefully open the powder coat, or let's carefully open the bubble wrap off of these so we can take a look at the powder coat. So I never fully explained the powder coat color I did on my truck. It is actually heavy silver as a base and candy teal over top. Now that's a pretty piece. So this has these are the candy teal over heavy silver The badges are silver, just like the compound kit under the hood on my truck. I have all the Whirly Fab logos in heavy silver, and everything else is the candy teal shot over the silver. The reason I went that route, so this doesn't look as vibrant as a normal candy teal, because I wanted the candy teal to be heavy metallic undertone compared to, you know, just a glossy look. So that's what you get with this powder here. So I think they came out amazing. I can't wait to get them on the truck. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so these are the fronts. These are king shocks, pretty much for the stock height truck. So we'll open these up real quick and see what they look like. Ooh. Wow, these are so sick. That's a shock right there. That is a unit. Now, yes, these are the resi mount. So there are these brackets here that will hold the resi. They'll attach right up top here. They'll sit just like this. And of course the resi will mount like so. Now what is cooler than that right there? Not much is cooler than that. Now I currently have the Fox resi shocks on the truck. And of course, since I went the teal route, this of course was just something I thought looked super good. So of course I hit up Performance Diesel because I do these on a lot of trucks. They're more of the Baja setups over there in California. So a lot of people do the king shocks, so it's normal. So of course, by no means am I looking to Baja the truck. But of course I knew he was a guy that could help me out and get me the right set, and that's what he did. So let's see how they look compared to the Cognito arms that are powder coated with the candy teal. So these are definitely of course a different blue for sure. This powder coat also looks greener when it's next to a real blue. So when you see this powder coat and it's not by anything that's actually blue, it looks blue, or you know, looks like a real teal. You know, of course, which is a mix of blue and green, but it looks more blue. On camera, also makes it look more blue than it actually is. So keep that in mind, guys. This does look a little bit greener in person than it actually does on the camera, but of course I like it. I think it looks really pretty. But the king shocks are definitely making it look even greener. So, you know, when you compare something that's actually blue next to the teal here, it makes it look greener. Whereas, like I mentioned, without this here, they look more blue. So I still think overall though, you know, as a whole setup, it's gonna look amazing. Can't get much nicer than this. And this is all the fun stuff, guys. So of course, this will be going on the truck. Right now I have the Cognito control arms. I have a buddy that wants them. Actually, two buddies that want them. The guy Paul that was just here wants them, as well as my buddy Trey. So, and we're back. So, as you guys can see, king shocks, Cognito arms to go on the truck under here. So currently I just have the black Cognito arms. You can see they're at a great angle since I'm lowered. Truck ride's amazing, and I have the Fox reservoir shocks. So all that's gonna come out. I already have buyers for those, and these are going in. So, I do have, you know, of course, all the teal under the hood. I have the suspension pieces, you know, like the traction bars. I have the traction bars you guys can see right there. I have the diff cover done as well as the receiver for the hitch in the back of the truck. So I don't really have any teal or blue up here. So I'm gonna bring that into the works with a little build here as far as the suspension goes. So you have some blue up front. And I do plan on taking the sway bar off and getting that powder coated as well. So I won't have too much underneath the truck, but it'll definitely give it some flavor once I get the rock lights in and you guys can see everything at night, and of course, it's not just, you know, an ugly black suspension. So that is leading into the next mod here. So of course, this box here is the shocks. This box here is the shocks. This box here is the control arms. I have two other small things that I plan on getting done. So, speaking of the rock lights, By no means is this a sponsored ad. This is something I contacted a couple of my buddies on Instagram, saw what lights they're running, and this is something that they told me I should check out. So I did. So I have 10 rock lights here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I plan on doing 2 in each wheel well and 2 somewhere else that you guys are probably not expecting, which I'll have in another video. I seen one of my buddies here locally do it on his last truck. I thought it was a super cool thing to do. Something I don't think you guys will be expecting. So these last 2 here will not be going underneath the truck. They'll be going somewhere else. So stay tuned for that. I'm really dreading doing that. I hate wiring. I hate running all the wires and that whole process there. But I'll get it done. And the last thing I want to do is going back to the front of the truck. I have a bow tie here. As you guys can see, it's silver and chrome. So when I first started building this truck, I had black wheels on it. I never ever planned on doing polished wheels, but after seeing them in person multiple times, I fell in love with them and I had to get a set. So when I first started building it, of course I have the black accents. I have the bow tie here, which is silver with the black trim. I have these black pieces in the grill. This is something super easy to swap out. Of course, whenever I want to go back and forth, I can. So that's not an issue between going from one to the other. But I do plan on swapping out this black and silver one for the silver and chrome. I'll have this in its place right here to get rid of the black. And then these black pieces here, I'm going to take these out and put chrome ones into that as well. So it's something super simple. I mean, you just have a bunch of little screws that hold these pieces in, as well as this just pops in with all these little clips on the back of these here. So it's something that, I'm going to, of course, keep all these pieces here. I'm not going to sell them or anything. I'm going to keep all the black and silver in case I want to put it back in. It'll be super easy to do. So that's pretty much it. Putting this back in the box here. That's something that I will do. So I don't have a huge list. Like I mentioned, I have, of course, these parts to put on, some powder coating to get done, some paint work to get done, and then, of course, I'm going to get the truck fully detailed. I may change the windshield tint to be a little darker as well, but I'm not sure if I want to do that before Daytona, because I'm just going to get pulled over and get a ticket, but I'm thinking, since it's slightly dark now, I may get a ticket even as it is now, so what's the difference? But I have 50% on the windshield right now. My buddy Trey, he did 15, and I think it looks perfect. I was always worried about doing something too dark that would be hard to see through at night, but his 15 is literally super simple to see through. It's nothing crazy. So, and I do have 15% everywhere else, so I have 15% on the back overstock, 15% here, which you guys can clearly see through all the way up to the other side of the truck, and then I have 50 on the windshield. So I did plan on doing 15 here, and I'm hoping that letting less light in through the windshield will make these side windows look a little bit darker as well. So if I don't get that, I'll just switch these to 5 so it kind of matches the 15 overstock here, so everything is looks equal. I'm just not a fan of the pitch black back here. You can see through here, and then see through even more here. I want to get it kind of more even without going too dark up here. So I may even do 35 or 20, something like that, but like I said, Trey had the 15 ceramic on his windshield, and it was super clean. So as I mentioned, it was great seeing Paul yesterday. Super cool dude, chill dude. Look forward to hanging out with him more. I'm pretty sure I'll see him in Daytona as long as that doesn't, get canceled for any reason, which I don't think it will. So look forward to seeing a lot of you there as well. If you see me, stop by, say what's up. Be cool to see y'all, and I'll have the truck there with the hood open so you guys can see everything done under the hood. And of course, I'll have these little things here on the floor done as well on the truck. So, I've always wanted to do Kings. I've always just worried about the Kings not looking right with the red theme I had going on the truck, as I mentioned here on the other clip I put in the video when I was opening the boxes. But it's something I'm super excited to do now, super stoked. Can't wait to get that put on there. Shouts out to Performance Diesel once again. Steven especially, who's the owner over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. My next video I'm gonna record right now, same outfit and all. I'm going to go over all the tools in the toolbox, everything that I have for it. So look out for that one next after this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment. I promise you guys I'll see you on the next one. Peace.